Good afternoon and welcome to SM Live, live stream Friday, show number 17. It's great to have you with us this afternoon. My name's Chris Stott, so good to see you all. I've got a good show hopefully this afternoon. We're going to focus on powering online sales today, so hopefully a hugely relevant topic for everybody. Don't forget these live streams are available, all of them that we've done so far, on the channel, so make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. We've got Simon moderating with us today, so Simon's online. Annette's actually on annual leave this week, so same process though, just put a comment in the chat if you want to get in touch, so that will come through to Simon, he'll then put it through to Howard and I, and then we can respond for everyone. So Howard, you're with me, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing well. Really excited about doing this one this afternoon. It's definitely a topic that is high on the agenda at the minute. So yeah, it's a good one to focus on this Friday.
The day of Euro 2020 in 2021. Are you ready for that?
Yeah. yeah. I look forward to that, actually.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's been a long week.
Okay, so on today's show we've got powering online sales, so we're going to do some work on finding the right stock, doing the workflows, so some of the stuff we've done on previous shows, but just really trying to focus on how quick it is to identify the right cars and then push them through to your online services, so to the website, and also any other relevant functionality to help make things easier as part of that process. So without further ado then, Howard, shall we, if you want to get your screen ready, we'll cut across and we'll get started.
Yeah, just 1 second.
Yeah, sure. We did another one of these, so I think we said it last week, we're doing the dedicated live streams as well, so as part of our onboarding program. So when you go live on StockBook, happy to sort of arrange those sessions for you over and above these that we're doing on Fridays. So, okay, cool.
I'm all set up.
Yeah, we've got you now, so yeah, on we go. Over to you, mate.
Excellent. Yeah, so afternoon everyone again. So yeah, as Chris mentioned, we're really focusing this one on being able to power online. So there is some key attributes that we need for that purpose to get them online. But one thing about SalesMaster to remember, when we take the data in from the various feeds, so whether it be from the manufacturer feed or the DMS, we enhance those vehicles to make them obviously, really display well in the system, and obviously to ensure the searching finds every attribute that belongs on a vehicle. So this is us. The vehicles that we'll be looking at today have been already enhanced by ourselves and the data team and the product team. So yeah, really good and really useful. So when we come to cap matching these vehicles and pricing these vehicles and offer pricing these vehicles, the standard display that you receive in your SalesMaster application is fully enhanced from ourselves anyway.
Yeah, it's a good point actually, Howard. It's
really
worth
easy.
Making that clear that as part of the process, obviously we bring in number of feeds of the data when you're live on StockBook. So there's a process that takes the completeness of a vehicle up to a very high standard inside SalesMaster anyway. What we're going to show today and some of the matching is to make the data sort of more onward portable to be able to use other services such as the finance integration, etc. So
yes,
good point to mention. But the enhancement process is kind of part of the SalesMaster DNA as we get the vehicles up into StockBook. Okay, so what have we got here then? So, what brands what we're looking at today?
So I think we'll just pick on Volkswagen today. I love saying pick on. And we can just keep drilling down. So using the the super slick speedy search, just getting down to the vehicles. So you can see I've just gone for Volkswagen, I've gone for Golf, not sold. Obviously I want to remove them. And then, I can see some all tracks at the top of the list, so we can just search for just those ones there. What you'll notice though, when I've done that search, we're down to 42. So we've gone down from the sort of 17,000, 18,000 vehicles. And most of these look the same, which is great. Apart from at the bottom of the list, you can see here, I've got the 184 brake horsepower, the 200. Before I start to do any matching on pricing, because I want to do this in bulk, I've really got to get down to those specific vehicles that are all the same.
Yeah.
So if I just punch in the 184, that will just remove all of those 200 brake horsepowers we had at the bottom. So there you go. So we've just got the ones that we really want to focus on in this list now. Of course, I can move the headers around as I require, but for this purpose, I'm just gonna keep them all the same within this environment.
So you've got 35 vehicles there that are pretty much are they all the same model? Are they that you've got?
Yeah, they are all the same.
Spec?
Yeah, and also when you're matching vehicles, you do need to be obviously wary of the model years of those vehicles. So it could be worth me just typing in the model years as well. So I just go for the 2020s here, and you can see now they're all 2020. So it just shows the speed and the flexibility of being able to just drill down into the specific vehicles really quickly.
And now, instead of doing something on one particular car, everything you're going to show on this will be applicable to all of those cars, which means it's super, super fast in terms of actioning this stuff to get it ready for online.
Yeah. So I'm going to go straight to the checkboxes, and I'm going to take all of these vehicles. So as soon as I do that, it will select all the 29 vehicles that we had in our list. So you can see up here, if there's more than 30, what the system will do, it will just select the first 30, but it will kind of give you a header up here to say, do you want to select everything on your list or just the first 30? And that's just kind of as a kind of flag to say, just be careful. Do you want to do all of these vehicle changes, because there is so many different changes you can do in bulk in the system to make it easier. But also, you could change something that you didn't want to include in there. So it's just a bit of a health warning up there for us.
Makes sense.
But in this case, I'm under 30, so it takes them all.
Well, your data selection is,
yeah. Thank you. There's my age at the top. So you can see once I've selected those first 29 vehicles, I've got lots of different other options in here. You may find in your environment that you just have a couple, and not all of these. These are over a period of time we've got all of these options that are available. So and previous videos we've been through what these do. But we're just going to jump straight to the end too, really. So we've got the managed pricing, and then we've got cap matching at the end here as well. So the first thing I want to do is select the cap matching, and you'll see it will grab all of those vehicles for me, as you can see there. So it's saying your selection here is the Golf All Track, diesel 2 litre 184, and it's got 29 vehicles. If you accidentally select another vehicle or a different model or a different derivative on it, it will tell you here. So there is a health warning of saying actually you've got various vehicles, but you can see here I've selected all of the same vehicle, which is great for this purpose. And then really simply, just looking for the vehicle, using the search in the way that you do on the main screen. So just typing in what you're looking for. You can see straight up there, I can just select those, the all tracks, and then straight to the 184 DSGs, which matches perfectly with what the vehicles are that I've selected. And as soon as I then select to update, that will just take all of those vehicles in that selection and update them now with a cap ID.
Super fast. Yeah, that's really good, isn't it?
Super quick. Yeah. I can bring cap ID in, so you can see where I've matched them all, and there you go. So
awesome.
All with the same ID. But that's how quick we can do that.
That's really good,
which is fantastic, because that's what we'll be sending on our API or our feed to the various endpoints that we send in this data.
Yeah. And actually, the other point on this, of course, though you did it for those 29, you get another 29 or another series that come in. It's really easy to identify those because they're going to be the same. So you hit the same search criteria, you'd see the ones that don't have the cap ID, and then you can just match them to the same ID as this one. So bulk update is
Yeah, we make that really straightforward as well, because we built a helper that says that. So if I start to press cap, you can see has cap ID, yes, has cap ID, no. So obviously we've just done these, so they will all have. But if I selected no, then I could build a report in my save view,
which is you to do this sort of
as vehicles drop in without a cap ID, I know I've got some, we've got to interact with the system and put that cap ID on top of it.
Nice. Well, you've obviously got your fans in this afternoon, Howard, because Ben says that you could pass for under 30. So there you go. You could have got away with that. Yeah. Thanks, Ben.
Yeah, thanks, Ben. That's the camera. That's the camera.
Okay, so
yeah.
where we go next?
So certainly, I'm just going to then. He's thrown me off a bit. I can select the 20 again, the 29 vehicles again, and then this time I want to add the price. So I want to add an OTR because I know the OTR is going to be passed across, and I also, in this case, I want to add an offer price as well to these vehicles.
Okay.
So you can see once I select that, once I hit the pound button there, you can see we get another health warning to say, these factory prices that are coming through, which can come through from various different sources. So, all very different from different manufacturers. So we do put a little bit of a health warning at the top just to make sure that, you check these prices and you're happy with these prices before you start to publish online.
Yeah, and obviously. I think that's it. Yeah, it's just another, as you say, health warning really to just check that. Most of you are kind of familiar with these prices as you go, I'm sure, but it's just the factory systems are often for building the cars rather than retailing the cars. So this is your chance to set that as part of this process. So yeah. So but we get for our case, we're gonna take that. We're gonna use that retail price and we're just gonna put it into the OTR, because OTR is what we will send retail price and we will send OTR across to the different media parties and endpoints and websites, but it's at your choice what you tell the web provider or the media party to publish. So they may look for retail price or they may look for in many cases OTR. And OTR is where you've kind of made the decision, either copied it or double checked it and changed it slightly. So it's always best to kind of recommend that we go there for that. And then obviously offer price. So we can put in a number here, as we might want to do 39,500. We can do that, of course, and then apply that. But what we can also do, we can add an additional discount or a value. So it will remove that amount from the OTR and populate the offer price for us, which is really good. So, if I went for the pounds, I could say, actually, just apply £500 to each of those vehicles, and you can see that will just do it automatically for us. Yeah, that's great. And that came from a lot of user feedback, didn't it, as soon as we launched this? So this is an example of something as iterative development, launching it and then putting it out there to all you guys to help part of the process, but then getting the feedback through to our product team and building on that to improve as we go. So, yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, so I've just added that there, and as I say, if I wanted to do it as a percentage as well, I can do that as well, and that's how quick it is to update. So yeah, there you go. It's just added the 5% to the vehicle. You will notice down the bottom here that you've got some other media parties that you can also offer this to. So I could send it across to AutoTrader, and we've got attention grabbers in there, and a new feature added in. You've got actually a retail description as well, so you might want to put some further detail, because with the attention grabbers, they like to only take sort of up to 30 characters, but any more information you wanted to add, you can do that in there as well. But when it comes to where we're sending this to the websites and to other media parties outside of the two below, this is done automatically. So as we've added a OTR and an offer price, and we've got a cap ID on there, they will see them and they will use them to display. So once you've created the offer price and the OTR and the cap ID, they will then begin to publish on your website. So yeah, really really powerful. And then obviously just to set them live, I simply just update the 29 vehicles.
And those things run, as it says on the message. You could leave it at that point because it's going to carry on. If you were doing hundreds, it's not interrupting your workflow, but it will process that in a queue. But obviously, it's done very quickly. So, and now presumably you can show those updated.
I can show the OTR price. I can bring that in, and I can bring in the offer price as two different headers, and I can then clearly see that these have been applied. So I'm going to take out mileage just to make it look a bit slicker. There you go. So yeah, really straightforward to do. And then you can run reports. So we said about actually using the top here to say actually what's got a cap ID, yes or no. But you can also do that on offer price and OTR as well. So it might be, has the vehicle got a offer price? Is one query, and the other query is, has it got a cap ID? So it needs to have both. If that's the chosen route for where you're sending the data. So yeah, I see
Excellent. That. Yeah, that's very good. And that's so in terms of the workflow piece, same applies. You could do vehicles that don't have an offer price, and to build those lists. Is it worth doing one of those? Just as I know we've got a separate video on it, but just while you're there.
Yeah, no, I can certainly do that. So if I just take out that, and we'll find some that haven't. If I use Search Builder, I can say offer price just by typing that in, and then say actually is I try not set, but normally I do it by value. Yeah, let's do it by value. Offer price is less than £1, so we know that they're not sat. And there you go. There's the 3 that I need to do. And you can do that with Cap ID as well. So if that
and then
be
save
your workflow,
save that view. Yeah, that would be something that you can save for.
Yeah, you might want to take it a bit further out and just say, actually, just do it on all of my golfs, that are at a certain criteria, whatever you want to do, and then just, of course, just save that as golf require offer price. Like so, share it with anyone, or simply just save it for yourself. Pin it as a tab, and there's your workflow. So there you go.
Brilliant.
They're the ones I've got to do.
That's great.
I've got a busy afternoon.
You have, yeah. Same with images, presumably. I know, again, we've got lots of different videos that have covered these subjects, but the purpose of today's stream was really to show how fast it is to do this, pulling all of them together. So we're skipping over this fairly quickly, but if you want a more detailed view of these subjects, then they're all on the YouTube channel. So another shout out to subscribe, please. So,
yeah, no, definitely. But it's become a real target for everyone. Lots of users. It's been really busy for us on this side in the last 2 or 3 weeks. And as we're still not sure really what's going to be happening as with the country in the next week or so. This is hugely important for
absolutely, yeah.
For
well, and I think it's proven. That lots of vehicles are being sold online. Vehicles are still now being sold in the showrooms. There is that sort of hybrid approach and omni-channel, as we've talked about a number of times. So, but yeah, just to be able to have this process to get your stock and manage your stock on various online channels. Obviously mainly your own website, but potentially as well pushing into other online marketplaces is standard nowadays. So yeah,
definitely. Good.
Okay, fantastic. So yeah, so on images, actually, just as a recap, it's probably just worth just showing that, I think, while we're here, to add to see an image count or something, and again.
So obviously you can certainly bring that in as a header. These vehicles shouldn't have any images on them. No, so they don't. But again, a very similar way. So let's go a bit. Let's take out the offer price. We're not looking at that now. We're just looking at image count, and is less than whatever the number we want it to be. So we're going to say less than 1. So it should include all of these vehicles because they don't have images on them. But you can see how straightforward that is to build, and then again save that as golf require images, or actually we'll say photos. Let's say you can save that and pin that as a tab as your workflow as well. So I've got 2 now. I've got one that requires offer price, and I've now got another one that requires photos.
And the same on integration, so whether we're talking videos or photographs with image integration, we do API integration with the majority of the providers. So you wouldn't necessarily have to add the images manually into SalesMaster. This is connecting the services of that, but you can do that as well. So if you've not got an image service, you can actually still add a vehicle image into the record on SalesMaster as well. Great. Yeah. So publishing then, I mean, in terms of getting these onto the website, that's it done really, isn't it? Because it's all about the criteria that we build on the API.
Yes, yeah. So they're looking for those key bits of information, and once they've got them, that's it. it connects up, and hopefully the count of 29 vehicles is now displaying on my website.
Fantastic. You've already shown the sharing to online marketplaces because you did that when you were setting the prices. So, which is
Yes,
again just shows how straightforward pulling all this together is. So, anything else to show today, Howard, or have we done?
No, I think we're done. Just because this video is going to be shared with a number of our retailers, because, as I say, it is is really top of the agenda at the minute. So making it quick and easy to show and display, but happy to go into more detail with any individuals that we have using SalesMaster.
Brilliant. Okay. Well, if we just cut back to the cameras then, and we'll wrap things up. Cool. So I think some really interesting bits to cover. As I say, there's a number of videos on the YouTube channel that go into much more detail on those separate sections. So just get on the channel and subscribe to be able to see all of those. We know it's helped massively in terms of the onboarding process. So, but even if you just need a recap on some of that functionality, there's especially a section around from a management perspective on coverage reporting as well, because all of those work queues that you're building, you don't necessarily need to look at all the detail to that. You can go into a group view to see like a pivot table style. So it makes it a lot simpler to keep an eye on where you're at. So great stuff. Well, it's been Simon's first moderating session, so you've been fairly quiet today, Simon, but thanks for staying with us, and thanks everybody for watching. So just get in touch if you'd like to see anything covered on here, and we look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thanks very much, everyone. Bye for now.